Gun fam, what's up? It's the Gun Brother. Thank you for tuning in to Guns and Beer. Kids, pranks, home defense, kid gets killed. When are the pranks going too far? When are you supposed to defend your home? Or how much understanding do you have to have that it's a prank? Let's get into it. All right, so today's brew coming out of RAR, which is kind of local. It's in Maryland, out on the Eastern Shore. And this is Desert Planet, which they are calling a hop saturated ale. I don't know if that's like a new way for them to say IPA, but a hop saturated ale. So let's pour it up and see what it's about. And of course, if you're in a situation where it's time for you to kick your feet up and have a beverage, go ahead and do so while we talk about today's topic. Would look to be an IPA. All right. Pretty good. Haven't had anything from RAR in a while, actually, so good on them. All right, so like I said, this case comes out of Spotsylvania, Virginia. You may or may not have heard about it. I'm gonna run some clips on it where allegedly 3 teens were playing ding dong ditch as a TikTok prank. The homeowner thought somebody was breaking in the house, shot at the teens, killed one, wounded the other. And then we'll talk about it in a second, but take a look at the clip. First clip.
Here at 6:30 with developing news, detectives with the Spotsylvania County Sheriff's Office investigating an attempted burglary turned deadly shooting. Good evening, I'm Josh Chapin. We are now learning the person who was shot and killed was a high school senior. 7 News' Christian Flores is in the community where that shooting happened, and he has new reaction from neighbors.
People who live here tell me this is a quiet neighborhood. It's not a place where you get woken up by gunshots in the middle of the night. But now, after a deadly shooting, they're looking for answers.
There was way more of a police presence than I've ever seen.
Before dawn Saturday morning, investigators with the Spotsylvania County Sheriff's Office responded to a report of an attempted home burglary.
Well, when you came around the corner and I saw the police cars and they were talking to different neighbors, and obviously they were investigators, not just like beat cops or whatever. I did assume that something very bad had happened.
According to detectives, it happened around 3 a.m. What police are calling an attempted burglary led to the homeowner opening fire. Police at the scene found 1 adult and 1 juvenile with gunshot wounds, and a third person, another juvenile, who was not injured. 18-year-old Michael Bosworth Jr. was transported to a hospital where he died of his injuries.
No, this is terrible.
All right, so that's the gist of the story. I tried to find a clip earlier than that, just with a more concise breakdown of what had happened as they knew it at the time. So like I said, it's an alleged burglary, and then the homeowner opens fire. There's a bunch of stuff to talk about when it comes to this event, particularly when it comes to home defense and when it comes to being a gun owner and defending your home. So the first thing is, let's talk about the jurisdiction. This is in Virginia. Virginia goes by Castle Doctrine, and Castle Doctrine basically says that someone in their home, when it's under attack, has no duty to retreat before defending themselves. Now, that still means you must use the level of force that's necessary. Deadly force is usually considered necessary when the homeowner can reasonably believe that their home is under attack and the people attacking it are coming in to do the people great bodily harm or commit a felony. That's usually it in a nutshell when you're talking about Castle Doctrine. Now, this is the part where it gets kind of crazy.
Tonight, an arrest for murder in Virginia after teens tell authorities an age-old childhood prank, the ding-dong ditch, turned deadly. A high school senior shot to death while doing the stunt, his friends say, for a TikTok video. Now the homeowner, Tyler Chase Butler, arrested and accused of second-degree murder. The Spotsylvania County Sheriff's Office saying in a press release it was 3 a.m. Saturday morning when they got a call for a burglary in progress where shots were fired. Deputies found 2 people with gunshot wounds on the scene. 18-year-old Michael Bosworth Jr. was transported to a local hospital where he died just hours before his high school prom. His stepfather telling me he was a student athlete who played lacrosse, football, and wrestled, now gone. Another teen grazed with a bullet, telling investigators, according to court records, they weren't trying to break into the home to steal anything. They were just ringing doorbells and running away. And a third teen, not shot, telling authorities the same story and showing police a similar video from earlier that night. The question is whether a resident can claim self-defense in such a case.
All right, so this is where it gets sketchy. If they were truly doing a ding-dong ditch, which I don't remember calling it that when I was a kid, but whatever, that's what it's called now. Oh yeah, I can't really say what we called it. It just hit me what we called it. Anyway, if they were truly doing whatever they're saying what this prank was for a TikTok video, the homeowner would have had to been like at the door. I mean, this is 3 o'clock in the morning. So if you ring the doorbell and run, that happens in a matter of seconds. And the doorbell ringing is the alert to anyone inside the home that something's going on. So ring the doorbell, take off. It's almost impossible to get shot if that's what you did. You would have to be like at the door, or just sitting there with your pistol waiting for somebody to maybe ring your door that night to react that quickly. So I don't really believe that account of them saying what they did. Next detail, I was surprised that when this video came out, or when I found this video, because I was trying to wait for more details to come out because it doesn't add up. And this is that first part that doesn't add up. For somebody to get shot if they just rang a doorbell and ran, that's pretty almost impossible timing wise. Next thing that doesn't make any sense is, why is this guy arrested? And if we go by castle doctrine, I'm thinking he shot either through the door, or, and I'm speculating here just to make sure I don't start rumors or anything like that, but I'm guessing he shot through the door. The kids had not come into the home because castle doctrine is in the house. If they were just kicking the door and he started shooting, that's where he went wrong, if that is the case. And that's the only reason I can imagine that this guy's locked up. I can imagine one more, but I don't want to get into that. I don't want to introduce that into the story, at least in my version. So I just want to talk about home defense and the plane of it. Just, if somebody's kicking in your door, you can't start shooting at them at that point. That's it. Castle Doctrine's not going to cover that. They're not in the home. You can believe that your home is under attack. It does appear that, based on the report, that the homeowner was able to make a call to police saying that a burglary was in progress. So then it's just a matter of, did the kids successfully kick the door in, and did they make it into the home before the homeowner started firing? I still think it's kind of sketchy that the guy's locked up during this time, but that is one of the lessons. That's one of the things I want to talk about when it comes to home defense, being a gun owner and being a homeowner. So when we talk about that, first off, you got to know the laws in your jurisdiction. And so, like I said, this is Castle Doctrine. Maryland's Castle Doctrine as well. You got to, whatever your local laws are, make sure you understand that. Even if they had come into the home and the shooting was justified, I think in most cases, the shooter is still arrested for a short period of time until those details are worked out. I would say a good surveillance system should be in your place at your home. That's the only thing that would clear Mr. Butler's name right now. If they can pull up the ring and show what the kids were doing, how far it got, and hopefully that's into the home to justify the shooting, or whatever would happen if it was your circumstance, you need some proof of it. And that's the easiest way to prove it these days, and that technology is not very expensive anymore. But if you do plan on defending your home with deadly force, you do own firearms, I would think or suggest that you have that in place to back yourself up. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. What is your home defense plan? Having a plan ahead of time can help you avoid some of these things. Like I said, I think having surveillance also will help cover you afterwards. And let me know what you guys think, or if you have any other ideas that would help in these situations when you do defend yourself. With that being said, Gun Brother is out. Thank you for joining me on Guns and Bear. I will talk to you guys next time.